Yeah, advanced peace is controversial to be sure. I mean, paying people to not shoot each other. And did I mention that the program employs and pays pretty well ex-cons who may have killed someone, for instance? But when you start digging deeper into the program, you begin to see why it has met so much success in other cities.
Welcome to Cincinnati.
City Councilman Scotty Johnson recently invited Advanced Peace to present to the Law, Public Safety, and Governance Committee.
98% of the folks that we enroll into the fellowship on day one are active firearm offenders committed to using a firearm as a conflict resolution tool. 98% of them are not being engaged by those strategies or any public or community-based system of care.
The program identifies 50 to 100 people who are imminently expected to either shoot someone or be shot, and it enrolls them as fellows. They are partnered with, in many cases, ex-cons who are employed full-time and paid well to mentor the fellows. If these would-be shooters stay straight and hit certain marks, they are compensated. Get a job, get $300 a month. Make friends with a rival gang member, get an additional $300 a month. The fellows can make more than $1,000 a month by staying enrolled.
80% of the guys out here that are in and out of this gunplay don't want to be involved in gunplay. They know nothing else, and they've not been provided an alternative that says this makes sense versus that.
The year Devone Bogan implemented Advanced Peace in Richmond, California, there were 42 homicides. This year, so far, there have been 2.
But we are putting the right things in place to be able to have a full-blown advanced peace model in Cincinnati.
Ennis Tate Ministries and Christ Church Cathedral are not waiting for Cincinnati to greenlight the program. They are moving forward with laying the groundwork for advanced peace to hit the ground running.
People can't fathom paying ex-cons and formerly incarcerated people to do this kind of work, when in fact data shows, evidence is that is the person. Those are the people who know how to get this work done. We just got to trust them.
Vice Mayor Jan Michelle Kearney is a fan, but regarding the estimated price tag of $1.5 million a year for the next 5 years, she says organizers will need to get creative.
It can't all come from the city. It's got to be private funding too, and so they're going to have to go after some private dollars as well.
Still, the city does have funds earmarked for a community-based violence intervention and prevention grant, a $600,000 RFP that Advanced Peace and its proponents have in their sights. A number of Cincinnati's current community-based programs have come together to form the Peace Builders Network. They are the ones who are laying that groundwork for advanced peace. Starting tonight, there will be 3 days of training designed to identify who in the community will be employed to mentor the fellows and act as the eyes and the ears for the program. Kyle?
All right, David, a very interesting program there. Thank you for bringing us that story. So that $1.5 million a year may sound like a lot of money. That is, though, until you weigh it against what it costs every time there's a shooting or a homicide. So the National Institute of Criminal Justice Reform did a study to determine the direct cost of gun violence. And when you consider the cost of the police response, the investigation, hospitalization, or coroner costs, court fees, and incarceration, the numbers are astronomical. The Institute showed each shooting has a direct cost of nearly $700,000, and each homicide costs $1.2 million. That's not to mention the generational loss of future income taxes from the person injured or killed, the property values that drop with the increase in violence, and the rise in insurance premiums for everyone.
The reality is only a small percentage of the population in a city like Cincinnati will be directly impacted by gun violence, but everybody is impacted by the fiscal implications.
So the executive director of the National Institute of Criminal Justice Reform says those indirect costs raise the price of homicides to several $1 million each.